Hey there, I'm Ray, and welcome to Sidelick Town. Today in Sidelick Town, we'll see how Timmy treats Ernie, and we'll visit someplace in Sidelick World. But first, Billy is taking a challenge. The licks of Sidelick Town keep busy. All of them have their duties to help their community. But sometimes, the really helpful licks can be a little too helpful. This happened with Billy at the factory. Corey was asking for a favor. "Billy, my little version is ill," Corey announced. "He watches over the factory at night. Do you think you can stay up all night?" "If I can sleep all day tomorrow, it's a deal," responded Billy. Billy waddled over to the factory as the Little Licks were heading home. He had to pace through the night, monitoring the machine rooms and shipping yards. It certainly wasn't fun, but it was quiet. And it kept him from getting bored and falling asleep. Once he saw a glimpse of sunlight, he fell against a cart and took a nap. But the sound of squeaking wheels woke him. "I need to get home," he yawned. He was about to leave, but Jeff stopped him. "Little Corey is still sick," called Jeff. "And he's the one who hands out the boxes at the warehouse every morning. Could you find someone to fill in?" he begged. "I can do it," Billy offered. "Are you sure?" asked Jeff. "You looked really tired." "I feel sharp as scissors." "Well, it's not too hard of a job," continued Jeff. "You just need to hand out boxes. The little cousins need a box of paper. Ray needs a case of pencils, and little Gary ordered some meat. Good luck, Billy." Billy only yawned and groaned. He was too tired to remember most of Jeff's instructions. He wound up giving little Oscar and Nick the meat. Ray was given a box of paper, and little Gary now had a case of pencils. The Licks complained to their mayors, and they sent their Jeffs to complain. "I'm sorry I trusted you with this job," apologized Jeff. "I'm sorry you can't remember your own name," scoffed little Jeff. "I'm the one who should be sorry," put in Billy. "I should have never agreed to take on these jobs." "Don't worry," assured Jeff. "How about if we take back the deliveries and set things right, you'll get some sleep." "That's something I can really agree with," sighed Billy. So Jeff went to Sidelick Town and brought Ray with the paper. Little Jeff brought the meat to Gary. And then Jeff returned and they traded the paper and pencils. Soon all the Licks had their proper packages. Later that day, little Corey got better and went to hand out the last boxes and guard the factory. But although the factory was getting better, unfortunately Sidelick Town was not. "I think there's a bug going around," coughed Corey. "I'm feeling a little sick. I was supposed to get up early tomorrow and guard the town. Then I'll have to hand out jobs." "I didn't hear yet how your day went, Billy," he continued. "If today and last night weren't too hard, could you do it for me too?" "Actually, it was pretty hard," muttered Billy. "I'd be able to do your work tomorrow, but certainly not alone. If I'm going to take on a lot of work, why not share it?" Everywhere in Sidelick World is special. Jeff, Ray, Billy, and all their friends travel far and wide, and they want to show you around. Where's this? That's right, it's Hang Chang Mountain. The mountains are a beautiful sight and a great place for adventure. One day, Timmy was in the mountains with his train. Tommy teased him for having a slow vehicle, so they decided to have a race. But in the mountains, Tommy's car ran out of fuel. So Timmy was a good brother and helped him home. Oscar had his own adventure. He discovered a mine shaft. He wanted to keep all the valuables down there. But the roof collapsed. Luckily, Timmy was outside. He helped Oscar make his way out of the mine. As you can see, lots of memories are kept here. Next time, we'll remember things somewhere else. If there's one friendly face you can count on in Little Lick City, it's Ernie's. Ernie is a smaller, orange version of Corey's car. Sidelake Town is borrowing him for a while, and he's excited about making friends there. Timmy walked past Ernie on his way to pick up the train. Ernie called out. "Hello, Chief," chirped Ernie. "My name's Timmy," responded Timmy. "Nice to meet you," laughed Ernie. "I'm Ernie. Can I help you with something?" Timmy felt like laughing. "You're kind of small for my kind of needed jobs," teased Timmy. "I'm driving a train full of Sidelakes soon. Perhaps you can ride behind and carry any little licks that want rides." "Well, I can drive you to your train," offered Ernie. Timmy just walked away chortling. Indeed, 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 ha ha. This put Ernie in a terribly sad mood. But then Billy arrived. "Don't mind him," advised Billy. "He's just a little vain these days. He's a nice guy, really." "I have an idea," he added. "There's some help needed at the factory. Are you up to something heavy?" "You bet, Chief," smiled Ernie. The loads that Ernie took were heavy. Some boxes contained large machinery, but he handled it all very well. "I really wish Timmy could see me now," wished Ernie. Back in town, Timmy was inviting the passengers on. Jeff and Billy had a word with him. "Don't you think you're a little rude to Ernie?" accused Billy. "I guess," murmured Timmy. "You know that his city is full of mean monkey licks," reminded Jeff. All he wanted was to see more friendly faces in his life. "Well, I need to get going," interrupted Timmy. "And even if I did have time, I didn't know how I'd find him and apologize." Jeff and Billy reluctantly hopped into the carriage and they set off. But as Timmy passed the trees, he thought about the sad little car. But Ernie was still having fun by himself. As Timmy passed the factory, something happened. The train stopped. It had rained there the night before, so Timmy knew that the train was stuck in a mud puddle. "Father," he said, "we'll be stuck here all day." "I'll go look for help in the factory," offered Jeff. The first face he saw when he entered was Ernie's. "Can you please help us, Ernie?" begged Jeff. "The train is stuck in the mud." "I can handle that, Chief," chuckled Ernie. "Aren't you going to get some carts or the little train?" suggested Jeff. "Don't you start, too." Ernie headed outside. He didn't even notice Timmy sitting in the cab. He went in front of the train and pushed with all his might. Jeff and Billy cheered him on. Timmy leaned outside and saw who was doing this. "I don't believe it," he gasped. Within a few moments, the train was out of the mud. "Way to go, Ernie," congratulated Timmy. Ernie paused and turned away. "Look, I'm sorry for earlier, okay?" apologized Timmy. "I accept your apology," began Ernie, "but that doesn't make us friends." "I guess big things come in small packages?" "I heard about your twin at the factory," said Ernie. "To think that, even though you know what it's like to be teased, you still do it." "Well, just do me a favor and please don't judge the next little car you meet," Ernie finished. Ernie trundled with dignity back into the factory. And what he said to Timmy that day lasted his entire life. Even though Timmy never did meet another car like Ernie, he knew he would never underestimate one if he did.